Shane Harmon, happy to have you along as we get you set for the first of our two WTC boys semifinals. Mitchell Tigers facing off against the number 1 Kimball Longhorns. Mitchell able to get an upset last night, 66-39 at number 4 Hemmingford. Kimball Longhorns' first game of the tournament. Once again, glad to have you along as we get you set for this boys semifinal. Leading things off, we're going to get to meet the starters for the visiting team on the scoreboard. It's the Mitchell Tigers. Let's go ahead and meet them. The Mitchell Tigers, they'll do it like this. Michael Placencio, the sophomore. A lot of sophomores in this lineup. Clayton Thomas, another. Creed Cheney rounds out the 3 sophomores in this lineup. No seniors in this starting lineup as well, as Xavier Galloway and Wayman Banks are the 2 juniors to round out the top 5. Once again for the Tigers, under the direction of head coach Marty Gillen, it's Placencio, Thomas, Cheney, Galloway, and Wayman Banks. As they get introduced on the floor, it'll be the Tigers wearing their black road uniforms, and the Kimball Longhorns wearing the home whites, earning the top seed in this tournament. Haven't played a game since they fell to St. Pat's back 54-44 before this tournament got started. Let's go ahead and meet the starters now for the hometown, or the home team on the scoreboard at Kimball Longhorns. Kyler Lusch, the senior, leads things off. Braxton Miller, the junior. Riker Barron, the junior. Greg Bingham, a sophomore. And Kamen Lushi, the sophomore. It's Lushi, Miller, Barron, Bingham, and Lushi, the top 5 for the Kimball Longhorns as they're being introduced. One of these teams will go on to face the winner of Morrill Bridgeport to follow this one for the chance at the WTC crown. Of course, the Bridgeport Bulldogs, the defending tournament champions, have gone back and forth with these Kimball Longhorns a couple of times this season. Took care of the Mitchell Tigers earlier this year as well. They got to face it off against the Morrill Lions for the first time this year. It'll be Xavier Galloway against Kyler Lushi to begin this contest. Kimball in the home whites, Mitchell in the visiting black uniforms. And Galloway going to win the tip-off, and it lands in the hands of Michael Placencio. Placencio to the left side of the arc. Wayman Banks feeds it back to the right. Left side, Xavier Galloway. Won't use his dribble, now he feeds. Far side, it's Clayton Thomas. Thomas in the hands, Creed Cheney. Cheney uses his dribble, trying to get away from Barron. Feeds it, Cheney to Placencio. Placencio's floater through. Michael Placencio, the sophomore, tallies the first 2 of the contest. Riker Barron has it on the right wing, feeds Lushi. Lushi almost loses it. Kyler able to gobble it back up. Now it's Kamen Lushi straight away. Right block, make a right elbow as Barron almost lost it. Bounce pass to a cutting Braxton Miller, and he converts on a floater. Clayton Thomas to Placencio to set up the offense on this second possession. Xavier Galloway. Placencio in the corner. Drives baseline. He's going to be fouled from behind. Looked like it's going to be the guilty party of Greg Bingham picking up his first of the contest against the Kimball Longhorns on either side, I guess. Michael Placencio to the line, the sophomore. First free throws of this contest. It was Bingham picking up his first. Placencio can't convert. Placencio back at the line trying to break the tie. He will not on this second, and Kyler Lushi going to come down with it. Pushes down the floor to Kamen Lushi. Lushi bounce pass across the lane trying to find Barron. That'll go off of him and out of play. Mitchell will get it back. Clayton Thomas will trigger it in the Mitchell backcourt. Surveying the floor. Finds Galloway. Galloway pushes up the floor. Almost has it poked out of his hands, but able to get back on top of it. Ball batted away in the hands. It has Creed Cheney. Creed Cheney now back to the top. Galloway has it. Galloway looking for separation from Barron. And now 5 seconds going against Xavier Galloway as he didn't get separation from his defender. Another turnover for the Mitchell Tigers. We're knotted up at 2 apiece. Miller dishes to Lucy at the free throw line. Lucy throws it away, and it's another turnover for the Longhorns. Mitchell gets it back. Placencia will trigger it in from the baseline. Surveys the floor. Finds Creed Cheney on the far side. 2 defenders collapse on him. Gets away, does Cheney. Cheney hands off to Banks. Banks rumbling down the floor to the right wing. Banks has the ball stripped away by Kyler Lucy. Lucy working against Galloway, pumps the brakes at the right wing into the corner. Barron now down low, feeding. That's Bingham. Back at the top, Lucy. Now Barron. Barron down the right side of the lane, kicks out to Lucy in the corner, and a foul going to be called. Xavier Galloway will be the guilty party, picking up the first foul for the Mitchell Tigers.
Foul number 24 for Mitchell. Xavier Galloway.
Kyler Lucy, the senior, will trigger it in from his baseline. He'll stack 3 in front of him, 1 to his right. Lucy gets it to Barron. Barron to Lucy at the free throw line. Kicks out Cayman Lucy. Check that, that's Braxton Miller. Now out to Lucy. Inside, unable to get it to go is Bingham. Cheney elevates for the rebound. Now poked out of his hands. Lucy has it. Came into Kyler. Kyler's 3 on the way. Can't knock it down. Ripped out of the sky. Creed Cheney comes down with it. Stripped away again. Bingham now scooped up by Placencio for Mitchell. Placencio bounce pass down low. Galloway. Galloway has to pull it back out. Thomas 3 on the way. Can't convert. Rolls over the iron. Flicked up by Miller. Barron in transition. Bounce pass down low. Cayman Lucy can't convert. Bingham has it, and Placencio's going to slip and cause a foul. He'll pick up his first. So Placencio picks up his first. Mitchell's second as a team. Miller to trigger it in. Surveys the floor. Gets it over the top. Cayman Lucy. Kyler Lucy in the corner. Back to Miller. Miller drives baseline. Picks up a dribble at the right block. Cutting down the middle is Bingham, and he lays it over the front of the iron for his first 2. Sophomore converts. 4-2, the score. Thomas pushes up the floor into the hands of Galloway, and a foul going to be called on Bingham as he got tied up with Galloway. Bingham going to pick up his second. Lincoln Barron will check into the contest. He'll take the place of Bingham. Galloway to trigger it in near side. Finds Creed Cheney in the corner. Cheney's going to lose it as he tried to get over to the free throw line. Going to be scooped up by Cayman Lucy. Lucy pushes up the floor. Barron. Barron head fake. Spin move at the baseline. Kicks back to the top. Barron's 3 on the way, and Lincoln Barron can't convert off the front of the iron. Rebounded by Miller. Miller trying to dig in. Braxton Miller can't get it to go. Xavier Galloway elevates for the rebound. Up the floor, going to be poked away. Wayman Banks gobbles it up, uses the glass, can't get it to go, and Braxton Miller has it in transition, the junior. Miller kicks back. Kyler Lucy's 3 off the front of the iron. Wayman Banks elevates, almost got tied up with Creed Cheney, flips it back to Placencio. Placencio across the timeline. Placencio right side, Banks knocks it down. Banks picks up his dribble. Galloway beyond the arc on the left wing. Galloway to Cheney. Cheney right wing, surveys, ball extended over his head. Miller collapsing on him. Now it's going to be in the hands of Thomas. They'll just work it around the horn. Cheney again on the right wing. Cheney now will drive inside the lane, picks up his dribble, spin move, lays it over the side of the iron and through. Creed Cheney's first 2 of the contest. Knots us back up 4 apiece, 3:30 to play. Braxton Miller right wing working against Thomas. Bounce pass, Riker Barron at the free throw line. Down low, Miller has it again. Miller trying to go over the top, can't get it to go, gets his own rebound, gets it on the putback. Placencio pushing the tempo up the floor. 2 defenders collapse on him, step through move, feeds Galloway. Galloway lays it over the side of the iron. Galloway's first 2 of the contest, knotted back up, 6 apiece, 3 minutes to play in the first. Lincoln Barron. Back at the top, Braxton Miller. Left side, Riker Barron. Barron over the free throw line, bounce pass to Miller. Miller's Jumper swirls the cylinder and drops through. Braxton Miller up to 6 in the first quarter. Thomas pushes up the floor. Cheney has it far side. Cheney trying to feed over the top to Banks. It's going to be intercepted. Braxton Miller going the other way. 8-6. Kimball leads by 2. Riker Barron on the right wing. Dribbles to straightaway. Feeds down low. Miller. Miller trying to dig in on the left block. Ball knocked out of his hands, and Thomas has it going the other way for Mitchell. Clayton Thomas gets it back for the Tigers, and now Placencia will bring it across. Down low, Creed Cheney has it go in and out of his hands, and he's going to step on the baseline while he's touching the ball. Going to be a turnover for Mitchell. Landon Beck will check into the contest for Mitchell, taking the place of Creed Cheney. Keeman Lushi to the bench. Is replaced by Danny Correjo. Riker Barron directs traffic with the left hand as he brings it into the front court. Raises the left hand into the sky. Picks up a dribble, feeds Miller at the free throw line. Miller, spin move to the right elbow. Feeds back Kyler Lushi. Lushi fakes right, now goes left. And a foul going to go against Xavier Galloway, picks up his second. Third team foul for Mitchell. Xavier Galloway picks up his second. 8-6 the score. Lincoln Barron will trigger it in. Surveys the floor after slapping the leather. Gets it to Riker Barron. Riker drives baseline, bounce pass to Kyler Lushi. Going to have it knocked out of his hand. Xavier Galloway has it go off of him as Lushi able to knock it back into him at the last second before going out of play. Xavier Galloway heads to the bench. Aiden Hain into the contest for Mitchell. Riker Barron, 3 from the corner, can't convert, ripped out of the sky. And Landon Beck's working quickly. Left wing driving down the left side. Beck almost saves it, but instead steps on the line. Another turnover for the Mitchell Tigers. Kimball gets it back, leading by 2. Miller against Beck as they cross the timeline. Bounce pass to Riker Barron in the corner. Back to a cutting Miller. Miller at the hoop. Can't convert. Batted away. Able to bat it into the hands of Lincoln Barron, who can't convert on his jumper. And Michael Placencia will rip it out of the sky for the Tigers. Placencia, he's going to be fouled as he goes up with it from the right side. See who the guilty party is. That'll be Danny Correjo picking up his first foul for the Longhorns, 3rd for the team. Placencia back to the line for a second time. Went 0-4 in his first appearance. Placencia can't convert. Placencia second, knocks it down. 3 points for Michael Placencia, 8-7 the score. Riker Barron on the left wing, bounce pass. Lincoln Barron, he'll pop off a jumper, can't knock it down. Landon Beck coming away with the rebound. Placencia, top of the arc, surveys the floor between the rings. Working against Riker Barron, right side pass in the hands Thomas. Thomas pulls it back, feeds Banks, cutting towards the basket. Banks converts at the glass. Wayman Banks converts, 9-8. Mitchell in front. Riker Barron, right side, has it tucked to his chest. Kyler Lushi, Braxton Miller. Miller over the top to the free throw line, kick out to Correjo. Correjo back to the top, Miller. Right side, Lincoln Barron to the top, Riker Barron. Riker looking, feeds down low. Kyler Lushi trying to dig in on the left side. He will with the right hand on the left side. Kyler Lushi's first 2 of the contest makes it 10-9. Longhorns back in front, 3 seconds to play. Placencia, jumper at the buzzer, won't go. And we head to the second quarter with Kimball leading at 10-9 over the Mitchell Tigers here on Keene Beat TV.
Coverage of the 2025 Western Trails Conference Basketball Tournament on KNEB.TV is brought to you by Legacy Co-op, Western Nebraska Regional Airport, Midwest Auto Used Parts, and by Team Auto Center.
Found at Western Sleep Medicine in Gering. Since 2006, Western Sleep Medicine has offered the lowest cost sleep testing either in their independent sleep laboratory or the privacy of your own home. You have control over your health care and your out-of-pocket cost. All insurance is accepted for a much lower cost than the regional option. If you need a sleep study, ask for Western Sleep Medicine. They've helped thousands of people over the years and want to help you. Western Sleep Medicine. Better sleep, better health.
Trey Harmon back with you for the second quarter of action from WNCC. Kimball leading it 10-9 over the Mitchell Tigers. As we begin the second quarter, Longhorns have the ball working to their right side of the floor. Riker Barron in the corner, drives baseline, feeds over the top, trying to find Bingham. Can't get it to go. Banks comes away with the steal. Placencio almost loses it. Dishes back, goes towards the hoop, won't go. Correjo pulls down the rebound. On the far side, Riker Barron. To the top, Correjo. Correjo to his right, Kyler Lushi. Lushi feeds down low, stolen away. That's going to be Clayton Thomas coming away with the steal. Placencio crosses the timeline, barks out instructions. Surveys the floor. Left side, Clayton Thomas. Thomas picks up his dribble, bounce pass to Banks. Banks, trifecta on the way, can't knock it down, poked into the sky. Bingham going to come away with it. Riker Barron has it in his hands as the trigger man. The middle of the lane, dishes out. Back to the top, Correjo. Correjo, middle of the lane, kicks out to Lushi. Lushi's corner three, can't convert, rolls over the iron. Riker Barron comes down with the offensive rebound. Correjo, now a lefty three on the way, knocks it down from straight away. Danny Correjo's first points makes it 13-9. Kimball over the Mitchell Tigers. Placencio goes between the legs, feeds right side, Aiden Hain. Hain surveys, now uses his dribble with the left hand, back to the right. Beck, right wing extended. Directing traffic, gets a screen from Banks, goes that way to the free throw line, looking for an outlet, finds Thomas. Clayton Thomas picks up dribble, feeds Aiden Hain. Hain's three, pops out of the iron at the last second, and Kyler Lushi coming away with the rebound, throws it into the bench, and Mitchell will get it back. Jordan McCarty into the contest, replaces Landon Beck, and he'll do the duties from the sideline. Cayman Lushi back in there as well, replaced Barrett, Lincoln Barrett. Placencio down the right side of the lane, working against Bingham, bounce pass, middle of the lane. Going to be a travel called on Jordan McCarty, another turnover for the Mitchell Tigers. 13-9 as we return to the Kimball side of the floor. Riker Barron directs traffic, dribbles down to the right wing, hands off Kyler Lushi. Lushi works back straight away. Picks up a dribble, feeds Correjo in the corner. His corner three, rolls over the iron. Placencio rips it down with one hand. Placencio pushing the tempo, right side of the lane. Tried to kick it out, Correjo with the steal. Correjo, that ball is going to be kicked away by Thomas, going to stay with the Longhorns. 13-9 the score. Braxton Miller back into the contest, takes the place of Danny Correjo. Into the contest for Mitchell, Uriel Jimenez, taking the place of Clayton Thomas. Riker Barron, left wing. To the top, Cayman Lushi. And a travel going to be called on Lushi as they turn it over. Tigers will get it back. Uriel Jimenez on the far side will get it into Michael Placencio. 13-9, the Kimball advantage here in the second. Middle of the lane, Placencio tries to dish. Ball coming this way. Hain scoops it up on the left wing. Prevents another Mitchell turnover. Hain right side to Jimenez. Jimenez, jumper from the right elbow. Can't convert, scuffs the front of the tin. Lipped up by Barron, who pushes down the floor to Kyler Lushi. Lushi slams it down for the Longhorns. Lushi elevates, slams it down. Might have just been the momentum swing the Longhorns needed. It's 15-9. We're back after this.
Coverage of the 2025 Western Trails Conference Basketball Tournament on KNEB.TV is brought to you by Reds, Lessard Insurance, Dustin White Irrigation, and by B&C Steel.
But yeah, I love working on the grill. I flip my burgers and season them. I press them again. It's just really satisfying seeing how beautiful they turn out. Quite honestly, when I'm on the grill, we should really be charging double with the quality and love that I put into them.
Trane Harmon back with you. Kyler Lucy slams it down as we head into this timeout called by Mitchell head coach Marty Gillen. And now both teams coming back out onto the floor. For the Longhorns, it's Miller, Barron, both Lucy's, and Bingham for the Tigers. Coley out there, Jimenez, Placencio, Beck, and Hain. Check that, McCarty and Hain. Jimenez will trigger it in to Placencio. 15-9, the Kimball advantage. Here in the second quarter, Jimenez gets trapped by two defenders, and a foul going to be called on the far side. That foul going to go against Riker Barron for the first foul in this second quarter. Hain across the timeline for the Tigers, trailing by 6. Kicks it back, Placencio. Placencio to Coley. Cayley. Now turnover. Kyler Lucy trying to go coast to coast again. Another slam. No, just the finger roll for Kyler Lucy. Smiles as he walks away. He's up to 6 in the contest. 17-9. And out of the hands of Jimenez, and Kimball gets it back. Cayman Lucy this time. Lucy to Barron. Ball moving across the lane. Miller lays it up and in. Longhorns starting to find their stride in the second quarter. 10-point advantage over the Tigers. Placencio in the backcourt's going to have to get it up the floor, and he will to McCarty. Right side, Jimenez. Jimenez pumps the brakes, and a travel going to be called on Uriel Jimenez. Another turnover for the Mitchell Tigers. As the starters back into the contest for the Mitchell Tigers is Placencio, Cheney, Thomas, Galloway, and Banks. 19-9 the score. Kimball on top by 10. Right side handoff to Kyler Lucy. Into the corner, Riker Barron. Barron over the top, Kyler Lucy. Kyler Lucy's fadeaway jumper won't go. Xavier Galloway comes away with the rebound for the Tigers in the middle of the lane. Galloway pushes the tempo, kicks back Cheney. Cheney to the free throw line, middle of the lane now, kicks out Galloway. Galloway head fake, his mid-range jumper, can't go. Batted into the sky, Lucy comes away and finds Miller after the defensive rebound. Lucy just looks like a natural on the floor. Made to play basketball. Riker Barron has it straight away. Free throw line, picks up his dribble, Bingham down low on the right side. 3 on the way for Miller, popped out of the iron. Placencio tracks it down. Mitchell back to offense, trailing by 10. 3:10 to go here in the second. Left side, Thomas. Thomas uses one dribble, now feeds Banks down low, and it's going to be a charge going the other way as Cayman Lucy takes one for the team, and Wayman Banks picks up the foul. That'll even things out, 1 apiece in the foul department. Wayman Banks picks up his first. 19-9. Barron hands off Kyler Lucy. Now back to Barron in the corner. Riker Barron feeds down low. Barron to Lucy, who lays it over the side for another 2. 21-9, 2:40 to play in the second. Placencio surveys, pushes up the floor. Thomas back to Placencio across the timeline. Placencio, left elbow, lost the ball, but Banks scoops it up. Now Banks diving to the floor. Now loose on the floor, now going to the Longhorns. Cayman Lucy from Kyler Lucy, lays it in for an easy 2. Cayman Lucy's first 2 of the contest, 23-9. Longhorns on top, finding their stride. Placencio gets trapped, looking for an outlet, can't find one in a timeout by head coach Marty Gillen. 30-second timeout, we're back after this.
25 Western Trails Conference Basketball Tournament on KNEB.TV is brought to you by Morrill County Community Hospital, A. Elliott Law, Papa Murphy's, and by Wesco.
Trey Harmon back with you. Kimball extending their lead, 23-9. Head coach Marty Gillen calls the timeout to get his squad settled after they were trapped at the timeline. So the Tigers will have it out of this 30-second timeout. 23-9, your score. Clayton Thomas will trigger it in. He surveys the floor, gets it in the backcourt. It's Beck bringing it across the timeline. Landon Beck between the legs on the right wing, gonna lose it, getting fancy with the crossover. 23-9, Mitchell turns it over again. So the Longhorns up the floor. Riker Barron directs traffic, pull up three, can't knock it down. Creed Cheney elevates for the rebound for the Tigers. Landon Beck across the timeline. Beck pumps the brakes, now he's gonna travel through and lay it up and in. Traveling through the lane is Landon Beck, lays it up and in for his first two of the contest. 23-11, Kimball by 12. Barron, left wing three, knocks that one down. Couldn't convert last time, had to prove it. Riker Barron's first points of the contest come from beyond the arc, 26-11. Landon Beck drives the lane, can't get it to go, and Kamen Lushi comes down with the rebound. Lushi pushes up the floor, Barron from the left side with the right hand. Back-to-back possession scoring for Riker Barron. Cheney dishes back to Beck. Beck cross midcourt to the right wing. Working against the defense of Riker Barron, Banks beyond the arc. Right side, Xavier Galloway. Galloway back to Banks. Banks pull up three. One dribble with some swagger. Can't knock it down. Batted away from Lushi. Bats it away from Kamen Lushi. And it goes out of play. We'll stay with Mitchell. He's frustrated after it. Knows what he did. Galloway will trigger it in. Hoop to his right side for Mitchell. Galloway feeds Cheney in the corner. Cheney goes over the top, pull up from the right, elbow won't go too strong. Scooped up by Riker Barron, working in transition. Runs into Landon Beck, down low pass to Kamen Lushi, back out to Barron. Barron, head fake, Kamen Lushi in the corner. Now Kyler Lushi, his jumper, straight through the cylinder. Kyler Lushi up to 10 in the contest. 30-11, inside of 30 seconds to go in this first half. Landon Beck trapped at midcourt, throws her into the hands of Kyler Lushi, trying to go coast to coast. Another slam for Kyler Lushi. Make it 12. 32-11. Kimball on top. Galloway has it on a pass, stolen away. Riker Barron has it in the backcourt. Finger roll, easy layup for Riker Barron as he pushes his total up to 7. And the first half comes to a close. Kimball leading it 34-11 over the Mitchell Tigers. We're back after this.
Western Trails Conference Basketball Tournament on KNEB.TV is brought to you by WNCC, Brindle's Restaurant, Travis Hawk Shelter Insurance, Bunkhouse Trailer Sales, and by Allo.
Are you tired of being tired? Sweet Dream Sleep in Gering is ready to help you wake up feeling refreshed. Dr. Brittany Meyer provides consultation for both children and adults to identify sleep disorders such as sleep apnea, insomnia, periodic limb movement, and more. Dr. Meyer and her nurse practitioner manage treatment with follow-ups using in-person office visits and telemedicine to navigate insurance requirements. No referral is necessary. Sweet Dreams Sleep Services. Better sleep, better health.
I imagined retirement in a place where we could enjoy our golden years, where adventure and friendship are the only items on the schedule. The Garden Homes at Northfield gives us the luxury we planned for and peace of mind when it comes to convenience, safety, and comfort. We never have to stop and think about the day-to-day upkeep. We love to explore abroad, but most importantly in our backyard. So much to do, so much to see. Here at Northfield, we get the protection of life care, incredible tax benefits, and secured rates for aging services. It's peaceful, knowing that if our needs change, we'll be taken care of. And most importantly, that our kids will never have to make any tough decisions. There never seemed to be enough time to do all the things we wanted. Now we get to focus our energy on enjoying what this community has to offer. At the Garden Homes, life is ours again. A place we had dreamed about. A chance to focus on us.
When it comes to your health, you deserve the very best. At Morrill County Community Hospital, they provide top-notch care with compassion and expertise. From routine checkups to advanced surgeries, their dedicated team is here for you 24/7. With state-of-the-art technology and a patient-first approach, they ensure you and your loved ones receive the highest quality care. Because at Morrill County Community Hospital, your health is their priority. Visit Morrill County Community Hospital today in Bridgeport. Morrill County Community Hospital. Exceptional care right here at home.
I would definitely recommend Allo's business services to other companies. Allo's next-gen firewalls have allowed us to tie 6 physical locations together along with numerous remote employees to produce and collaborate and generate content for our local radio group. It is very important for Nebraska Rural Radio Association to have the best in internet and phone service. We rely upon that every single day. Allo provided me with a solution that fit our needs. They have a quality product, great technical support, and a local presence in their community.
Looking for free instead of fees? Platte Valley Bank can help you keep your finances moving forward with no ATM fees. Whether you're headed to the lake, the mountains, or just to the grocery store, you can enjoy the freedom of free ATM access anywhere, anytime. Platte Valley Bank. You belong here.
Are you looking for the perfect place to hold a wedding, family reunion, holiday office party, or business meeting? Well, look no further. The Hampton Inn and Suites Hotel and Conference Center is just the place for you. We're a full-service banquet facility that can host up to 400 of your guests. Stop in and see our spacious open-concept meeting rooms and begin planning your special event or family gathering today. Let us do the work for you so you can enjoy your guests. For personal service, stop by the Hampton Inn and Suites front desk.
Tired of feeling stuck? Not sure if you are on the right track? Platte Valley Bank can help keep your finances moving forward with checking account options to fit your lifestyle and an online account chooser to make finding the right account easy. Control your financial future with helpful budgeting tools and automatic savings plans. Now is the time to enjoy the ride with Platte Valley Bank. You belong here.
Trade Harmon back with you at the half in this one. The Kimball Longhorns leading at 34-11 over the Mitchell Tigers. Take a look at some halftime numbers. Kyler Lucy leading the way, 12 points for the senior. Got a couple of dunks in there as well. Riker Barron has 7, 6 for Braxton Miller, 3 for Danny Correjo, and 2 apiece for Greg Bingham and Cayman Lucy as the Longhorns lead at 34-11. On the Mitchell side of the floor, a lot of single digits. 3 for Michael Placencio, 2 for Creed Cheney, Landon Beck, Xavier Galloway, and Wayman Banks as the Tigers tally 11 in the first half. Winner of this contest will go on to take on the winner of Bridgeport and Morrill in the game to follow this one, with a chance at the Western Trails Conference Tournament crown on the line. We step aside and we come back. Second half of action between Kimball and Mitchell coming your way next on KNEB TV.
Western Trails Conference Basketball Tournament on KNEB.TV is brought to you by Legacy Co-op, Western Nebraska Regional Airport, Midwest Auto Used Parts, and by Team Auto Center.
Isn't just a beautiful hospital. It's the home to exceptional patient care. This is where specialty clinics meet your needs. This is where a friendly smile, a warm hand, and an empathetic ear exist to care for you. This is us. Box Butte General Hospital. Great things are happening here.
Changing leaf colors means yard work. Your friends at Tri-City Stormwater wants to remind you of the proper way to dispose of fallen leaves. Leaves make great mulch for trees and bushes and compost for future gardens. The city also has yard waste bins, so they can dispose of all your leaves at the city compost facility. Always keep your leaves out of the gutters. Not only do they cause clogging and flooding, they can pollute our waterways by causing nutrient overload. So keep your yard looking good and your drinking water safe, because it's our water, our responsibility.
Life is crazy. Pain is stressful. How can anybody concentrate with these busy schedules? Now you can. This is Ben Moravec coming to you from Hydrozen, a float therapy business right here in Scottsbluff. I'm here today to let you know we now have memberships for $49 monthly. You can guarantee yourself at least one float per month. You know how floating keeps your muscles relaxed, your joints relieved, and your brain clear to think? Now you can float at a reduced rate each month. Inquire today at hydrozenfloat.com or call us at 308-63-FLOAT. Hydrozen. Unplug and recharge.
Are new windows from Renewal by Andersen a great investment? You're darn right they are. Did you know that for less than your cable bill or cell phone bill each month, you could have new windows from Renewal by Andersen right now? Do the math. Renewal by Andersen windows will likely cut your energy bills significantly. They will likely substantially increase the value of your home. They're a great investment. Please contact our team now and ask about our fantastic financing options with approved credit right now. Renewal by Andersen, a great investment? You're darn right.
You deserve to have a building that will last for generations. With more than 110 years of experience and thousands of satisfied customers, Morton Buildings is the industry leader you can trust. If you're planning for a garage, farm shop, horse barn, storage building for your RV, boat, or collectibles, there's no better time to buy. Contact your local Morton sales office or visit mortonbuildings.com to get started today.
Trey Harmon back with you for the second half of action in this boys semifinal contest between the Kimball Longhorns and the Mitchell Tigers. Kimball will now work from right to left, Mitchell from left to right. Winner of this contest to take on the winner of Morrill and Bridgeport for a chance at the WTC crown. That game to follow this one. 34-11 currently at the half. Happy to have you along on KNEB TV wherever you're watching. As the buzzer trickling away. And the third quarter coming your way next here on KNEB TV. A contest where Kimball Longhorns really find their stride in the second quarter, in large part due to 10 points from Kyler Lucci, but everyone seeming to find their stride in that second quarter. Clayton Thomas will trigger it in for the Mitchell Tigers. Michael Placencio standing at midcourt, Creed Cheney behind him. Placencio has it. He'll bring it into the front court. 34-11 the deficit for the Tigers. Placencio to the free throw line. Jumper from the right side, can't get it to go. Banks elevates for the rebound, has it knocked out of his hands. Clayton Thomas to Galloway in the corner, over the top Banks. Banks digging in on the left side, step through move, blocked away by Kyler Lucci. Clean block as Lucci flies in from behind to knock it away. Mitchell maintains possession, 34-11. Galloway surveys. Wyman Banks is going to be fouled by Riker Barron. Came in and made contact with the skin. First foul of the second half goes against the Longhorns. That'll be Riker Barron's second of the contest. Banks steps to the line. First one on the way, falls off the front. Wayman Banks back at the line, converts the second. Riker Barron across the timeline. Miller breaks off to his left. Barron pulls up at the right elbow, kicks out. Kamen Lushi now in the corner. Miller unheaves a three, can't get it to go. Banks elevates for the rebound on the left side of the lane. Placencio into the front court for Mitchell. 34-12. 22-point deficit for the Tigers. Placencio on the left wing. Back to his right at the free throw line. He's going to run into Riker Barron, who will pick up his third foul of the contest, second of this second half. Lincoln Barron will check into the contest, take the place of Riker Barron.
Foul on number 12 from Kimball.
And the Tigers will stack it on the right side of the lane. Galloway surveys, bounce pass to Placencio, coming over the top of the right wing. Now back to Galloway. Galloway dribbles inside the arc, trying to dig in on the right side against Lushi. Goes over the top of him, can't get it to go. Clayton Thomas kicks out to Placencio. Placencio to the free throw line. His floater won't go, falls off to the right. Kyler Lushi comes away with it on the defensive rebound. Kimball back to offense with a big lead. Bingham in the corner. To the top, Kyler Lushi. Lushi had fake, now goes left to the free throw line. He loses it. Banks still on the floor. Bingham and Banks tied up. Banks going to be fouled, and that foul going to go against Kamen Lushi. Kamen Lushi picks up his first third-team foul for the Longhorns in this third quarter.
Foul on number 21 from Kimball. Kamen Lushi. Tigers ball.
Creed Cheney will trigger it in. Placencio awaiting. Two defenders come into the backcourt in Kamen Lushi and Lincoln Barron. Placencio feeds up to Galloway, cutting on the baseline. Thomas lays it in on the right side. The footsteps of Kyler Lushi looming. Clayton Thomas first two. 34-14, 6:30 to go. Third quarter. Kyler Lushi feeds Greg Bingham, make them Braxton Miller. Miller to the top. Lincoln Barron. Barron kicks near side. Kamen Lushi in the corner. Kyler Lushi to the back to the top. Braxton Miller. Right side. Into the corner. Kamen Lushi. Bounce pass down low to Bingham. Bingham trying to dig in. Has it smacked away. See who this foul's going to go against. Looks like Wayman Banks, the guilty party. That is the case. Wayman Banks picks up his second foul of the contest. Mitchell's first as a team in this second half. Lincoln Barron will trigger it in, hoop to his right side. Surveying the floor. Lincoln gets it in to Braxton Miller. Catch and release three on the inbound. Scuffs the front of the 10. Now Lincoln Barron going to put it back for two. That'll make it 36-14. Placencio surveys the floor, pushes up the floor to Galloway. Galloway to a cutting Thomas, trying to find Banks. Banks corrals it. Banks steps through, feeds back to Galloway. Galloway to the free throw line. His jumper knocked through. Xavier Galloway makes it 36-16. 20-point advantage for the Longhorns. Near side, Lincoln Barron. Into the corner, Kyler Lushi, catch and release three. Spit out of the iron. Rebounded by Lincoln Barron. Now, stealing it away is Wayman Banks, who feeds to Placencio. Placencio, straight away, right wing. Goes between the legs, brings it back straight away where he'll pick up his dribble. Feeds Clayton Thomas, directs traffic. Cheney in the corner. Cheney, catch and release three on the way. Left it short, and a foul. Going to go against Wayman Banks as he went over the top of Bingham to get that rebound. Wayman Banks picking up his third of the contest. Braxton Miller into the front court, the junior. Crosses the timeline, two defenders waiting for him, and a steal for the Tigers. Pushes him up the floor, it's Thomas. He has it, left side, right hand, gets it to go as it swirls the iron. Clayton Thomas lays it in after Creed Cheney feeds him down low. Miller on the far side. Works back to his right, Kamen Lushi, bounce pass, Kyler Lushi, right elbow jumper straight through the cylinder. Lushi's first two of the second half. Kyler Lushi up to 14. Far side, Creed Cheney, 38-18. Ball loose on the floor. Kamen Lushi coming away with it, feeds Kyler Lushi. Kyler Lushi feeds across. Lincoln Barron can't get it to go. Kyler Lushi with an in-air putback. 16 points, Kyler Lucy. 40-18, 22-point advantage for the Longhorns. Down the floor, Creed Cheney. Drives baseline, bounce pass, Galloway, kick out Placencio. Placencio kicks to Cheney in the corner. Fakes left, goes right over the top. Kicks from the free throw line to Galloway. Galloway drives the lane. He's going to be fouled. See who the foul's going to go against. Looked like Braxton Miller was there. That's not the case. It's going to be Lincoln Barron picking up the foul. 14 fouls for the Mitchell Tigers. And Xavier Galloway comes to the line. Galloway's first freebie on the way, knocks it down. Norman Coley and Landon Beck into the contest, replacing Cheney and Banks. Galloway second, off the front of the iron, batted around, scooped up by Xavier Galloway beyond the arc. Placencio thought about a college three, won't take it. Now he'll drive to the free throw line, kick out. Thomas, three on the way, can't convert. Rebounded by Norman Coley. Placencio pulls it back. Between the legs he goes. Lefty, a right wing jumper, knocks it down. Does Michael Placencio, his first field goal of the second half. Knocks it down from the right elbow. 40-21. And a timeout on the floor. We'll take one with him. Kimball leading at 40-21 on KNEB TV.
25 Western Trails Conference Basketball Tournament on KNEB.TV is brought to you by Reds, Lessard Insurance, Dustin White Irrigation, and by B&C Steel.
Kimball leads at 40-21 over the Mitchell Tigers in this WTC boys semifinal, the first of two tonight. Bridgeport and Morrill facing off after this for a chance to play in the Western Trails Conference Tournament against whoever wins this one. At the timeout, Kimball Longhorns will have it. Lincoln Barron on the far side will trigger it in. Surveying the floor in the backcourt, Braxton Miller will get it. 40-21, 3:30 to go. Bounce pass, Kyler Lucy has it batted out of his hands. Xavier Galloway comes away with it. Michael Placencio, free throw line, pull back jumper, knocks it down. Michael Placencio, some nifty moves on that jumper from the free throw line. 40-23 for the sophomore. Braxton Miller, left side, Lincoln Barron, feeds down Bingham. Bingham surveys, picks up a dribble, off the hands of Lucy in the hands of Correjo. Correjo into the corner to Lincoln Barron. Feeds a cutting Miller at the left elbow. Can't knock down the jumper. Ball batted around. Going to be scooped up by Landon Beck, who will flip it to Placencio. 40-23. Longhorns on top by 17. Landon Beck in the corner. Uses his dribble against Correjo. Over the top he goes. Middle of the lane floater. Won't go, but he'll come to the line and shoot two as Correjo will pick up his second foul. That'll be the fifth team foul on the Longhorns, sending Mitchell to the bonus the rest of the way this quarter. Landon Beck's first, won't convert. Into the contest, Riker Barron takes the place of Braxton Miller. Back to the line for his second, the sophomore. Fires with the right hand, can't convert off the back of the cup. Ball batted around, Correjo scoops it up on a long rebound. Correjo to the right side. Lincoln Barron back to Correjo. Correjo steps into a lefty three, can't knock it down. Kyler Lucy with a tip put back into the iron. Done that a couple of times tonight. Lucy up to 18 in the contest. 42-23, 2:20 to go in the third quarter. Placencio looking for a screen from Coley, gets it, goes to the right side. Placencio drives the iron, can't get it to go, ripped out of the sky by Kyler Lucy, who will throw it near side. Riker Barron able to track it down before it goes out of play. Barron steps on the line, however, and that'll be a turnover for the Longhorns. Michael Placencio near side will trigger it in. Clayton Thomas has it, he'll bring it into the front court for the Tigers. Left side, Landon Beck. Back on the left wing. pumps the brakes, keeps his dribble. Now Placencia straight away between the rings. Placencia dribbles left, pull up three from the college mark, won't go. Left it short. Coley going to come down with the rebound and a jump ball going to go to the Longhorns. 42-23 as Kimball returns to offense. Correjo back to Riker Barron, who will bring it into the front court, barking out directions for his team. Right side Correjo. Correjo loses it, scooped up by Placencio. Placencio feeds across to Thomas. Thomas blocked away by Lucy off the glass. And now a foul going to be called after the block. Was not on the block. It was as Landon Beck came down with the rebound. Lincoln Barron picks up his second. And Landon Beck in the bonus. Beck just appeared at the line, went 0 for 2. Chance to redeem himself here. Beck's first of this trip, knocks it down. Braxton Miller back into the contest for the Longhorns, takes the place of Greg Bingham. Beck back to the line, his second straight through. Braxton Miller hits a crossover, feeds over the top into the corner. Lincoln Barron dishes down to Kyler Lucy. Barron drives baseline, ball stolen away by Clayton Thomas. Left side, Michael Placencio. Over the top, trying to find Coley. They can't connect. It's going to be tipped by Kimball, however. It'll stay with Mitchell. Xavier Galloway will do the duties. Hoop to his left side. 42-25 the score, 1:13 to go in this third quarter. Galloway over the top. Placencio snags with his right hand. Left wing extended, gets a screen from Coley. To the free throw line, Placencio's jumper, not through the nylon. And he's coming to the line to complete the old-fashioned play, and he's fired up. Placencio makes it 42-27, chance to make it 28. Placencio's freebie on the way, knocks it down to complete the old-fashioned. Braxton Miller near side, two defenders collapse on him, feeds up to Lincoln Barron. Barron to the left side, kicks out, right side, Riker Barron finds Correjo on a deflected pass. Bounce pass down low to Kyler Lucy. Correjo dishes back to Riker Barron. Barron, one dribble to his left, bounce pass down low, Lucy in the middle of the lane, kicks back to Correjo. Correjo dribbles inside the arc, kicks back to Riker Barron. His three on the way, scuffs the front of the iron. Landon Beck has it lands in his hands on a flat-footed rebound. Michael Placencio crosses the timeline now. Straight away he has it, gets a screen from Coley, goes that way to his left. 30 seconds on the clock. Right side, Clayton Thomas. Thomas, left side, Galloway. Galloway pulls it back. Back to Thomas. Thomas surveys, feeds a cutting Placencio, dishes to the corner, in and out of the hands of Norman Coley. Turnover for the Tigers, back to the Kimball side of the floor with 18 seconds remaining. Cayman Lucy into the contest, takes the place of Lincoln Barron. Braxton Miller to Riker Barron, back to Braxton Miller, who will do the duties, bringing it across the timeline. 13 seconds on the clock, Miller surveys. Right side pass, Riker Barron. Back to the top, Miller. 5 seconds on the clock. Fees Riker Barron, his three on the way, knocks it down. Riker Barron knocks down a three as we head to the fourth quarter. His second three of the contest, 10 in the contest now for Riker Barron. We head to the fourth quarter, Kimball leading at 45-28.
Western Trails Conference Basketball Tournament on KNEB.TV is brought to you by Morrill County Community Hospital, A. Elliott Law, Papa Murphy's, and by Wesco.
Fly United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with Western Nebraska Regional Airport. United is dedicated to going the extra mile for you with daily flights to and from Denver, along with a commitment to excellent service. Reserve your flight today, and remember, United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flights. While at the airport, stop and enjoy authentic Italian food at Roma Italian Restaurant. Plus, Hertz Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
Trent Harmon back with you for the fourth quarter of this contest between the Mitchell Tigers and the Kimball Longhorns. Winner of this one advances to the Western Trails Conference Championship game against the winner of Bridgeport and Morrill, which follows this one. Longhorns retake the floor. It's a combination of Bingham, Riker, Barron, Braxton Miller, Cayman Lucy, and Kyler Lucy. For the Mitchell Tigers, Landon Beck, Michael Placencio, Wayman Banks, Xavier Galloway, and Creed Cheney. Landon Beck to trigger it in, gets it to Placencio, who'll do the duties to start this fourth quarter. Left side, Creed Cheney. Cheney back to the top. Beck has it poked away by Barron, but able to maintain it. Left side, Xavier Galloway. Galloway into the corner, Cheney. Cheney back to Galloway. Galloway looking for an outlet, finds Beck. Right side, Placencio. Catch and release three on the way. Placencio knocks it down from the right wing. First points of the fourth quarter, 45-31. Mitchell strikes first. Cayman Lucy left side into the corner, Bingham. Bingham surveying, back to the top, Braxton Miller, right side, Riker Barron. Barron takes one dribble, bounce pass to Lucy. Lucy's jumper leaves it short. Clayton to Creed Cheney, almost got the rebound. Now Bingham comes away with it, and he's fouled on the putback. Xavier Galloway picking up his third foul. And Greg Bingham comes to the line. 45-31 the score. Bingham, the sophomore, drops the first one through. His first point since the first quarter. Bingham, the lefty, back at the line, fires. Second one won't go. Ball batted around and a rebound going against Xavier Galloway for going over the back of Braxton Miller. He'll pick up his fourth quickly. So foul on the rebound gives it to the Longhorns underneath their hoop. Xavier Galloway out and Aiden Hain in. Kyler Lucy to Barron. Barron throws it right into the hands of Landon Beck, trying to go coast to coast. Beck on the right side, can't convert, and Riker Barron coming away with the rebound and a foul on Michael Placencio. On the opposite end, he picks up his second. Mitchell's third as a team in the early goings of this fourth quarter, not even a minute in. Check that, that'll be Placencio's third. And Longhorns have it back on offense. Cayman Lucy, left side Bingham. Bingham, jumper, blocked away. Now a foul going to be called on Aiden Hain for making contact with the skin on that block. Mitchell up to 4 team fouls. Hain picks up his first. So Greg Bingham back to the line. 1 minute, 1 second into this fourth quarter. 4 fouls for the Tigers. Bingham can't convert the first. Bingham second on the way, he converts. 2 for 4 in this fourth quarter is Greg Bingham from the line. Landon Beck, left side, Creed Cheney across the timeline. Back to the top, Beck snags with one hand, left side, Aiden Hain. Hain feeds down low to Banks. Banks trying to dig in, gets it to go from the right side. Wayman Banks' first field goal since the first quarter makes it 47-33, 6:30 to play in the fourth. Lucy near side to Cayman Lucy, back to the top, Miller. Back to Cayman Lucy. Thought about a three, instead he'll kick it back to Miller, who will fire the three. Knocks it down from straight away. Braxton Miller, his first three of the contest, up to 9, first point since the second quarter. Placencio far side. Feeds up the floor, Wayman Banks. Banks rumbling down the middle of the lane with a right hand. Big man lays it up and in easy. 50-35, 15-point advantage for the Longhorns. Kyler Lucy feeds across to Cayman Lucy on the left block. Kick out to Riker Barron. Riker dribbles inside the arc, kick out to Bingham, back to the top, stolen away by Placencio. And a foul going against Riker Barron for making contact with Michael Placencio. So no foul called, excuse me, just out of play. Last touch by Barron. Creed Cheney gets it to Placencio, who will march into the front court. Placencio surveys left side. Almost has it poked away, able to keep it on this side of the timeline. Hain left side, Placencio. Placencio surveys. Back to Hain. Hain steps into a three. Can't knock it down. Spit out to the left side. And going to be out of play. Last touch by Aiden Hain. To the Longhorns it goes. 50-35, 15-point advantage for Kimball as we've hit the 5:20 mark. Braxton Miller in the backcourt working against Hain. Has to push it up the floor on a pass to Kamen Lushi. Lushi kicks back to Miller. Miller to Kamen Lushi. To Kyler Lushi. His jumper from the left elbow won't go. Placencio elevates for the rebound. Placencio left side. In the corner, Hain. Back to the top to reset things. Creed Cheney on the right wing. Cheney, left side, Aiden Hain. Thought about stepping into a college three, won't do it. Creed Cheney inside the arc, pumps the brakes. Trying to just feed it over the top, going to be stolen away. Kamen Lushi trying to work quickly in transition. Lushi, finger roll, trying to feed back to Kyler Lushi, can't do it. Placencio in transition to Cheney. Cheney, short jumper on the way, can't get it to go, rolls over the iron. Banks rebounds with one hand, and he's fouled as he comes down with it. That'll be on Riker Barron as Kimball picks up their first team foul of this second half, or this fourth quarter, I should say. Greg Bingham exits. Danny Correjo enters alongside Lincoln Barron. Also to the bench, Kamen Lushi. Cheney in the corner, back to the top, Placencio. 50-35. Kimball by 15. Losing the ball on the far side almost is Jordan McCarty. Now feeding down low to Aiden Hain was Creed Cheney, and a turnover by the Mitchell Tigers. 50-35. Kimball by 15. 4:12 to play in this contest. Riker Barron feeds down low to Correjo, back out to Barron. Riker Barron's three won't go. Rebounded by Jordan McCarty. Placencio across the timeline. Left side, McCarty into the corner. Thomas. Thomas's three on the way. Knocks it down from the far corner. First three-pointer of the night for Clayton Thomas. 50-38 the score. 3:40 to play in the fourth. Braxton Miller feeds to Barron. Riker Barron's three on the way. He converts after it trickles over the front of the iron. And a timeout on the floor will take one with him. Kimball leading it by 15, 53-38.
Western Trails Conference Basketball Tournament on KNEB.TV is brought to you by WNCC, Brindle's Restaurant, Travis Hawk Shelter Insurance, Bunkhouse Trailer Sales, and by Aloe.
Liquor. Your liquor cabinet. Whether you're a wine enthusiast, a whiskey sommelier, a tequila connoisseur, or you just love your beer, Kelly's has the best selection of what you're looking for. Family owned and operated since 1946 and right on 27th Street in Scottsbluff. Come see us today at Kelly's Liquor, your liquor cabinet. And remember to be a good neighbor. Don't drink and drive. Kelly's Liquor, West 27th Street in Scottsbluff.
Trey Harmon back with you. Kimball leading at 53-38 in this Western Trails Conference boys semifinal. After the timeout by head coach Trevor Anderson. Mitchell will have the ball after the made basket. 3:34 to play. Kimball trying to hang on to their 15-point lead. Mitchell trying to spoil. Clayton Thomas into the front court for the Tigers. Pressure pulled back for the Longhorns. Left side, Placencio. He has it between the rings. Placencio gets a screen from Coley, doesn't use it. Now down the right side, Placencio's jumper won't go. He's coming to the line for 2, however. And it looks like Correjo is going to be called for the foul. Check that, they'll call it on Lincoln Barron. Picks up his 4th. Second team foul of the 4th quarter. Placencio can't convert the first. Placencio back to the line, his second. Pops out as well. Ball poked away and out of play, last touched by the Longhorns. (38) 53-38, 3:21 to go in the 4th quarter. Placencio back in his hands. Gets a screen from Coley, dribbles down the middle, can't get anything to go, but he's fouled once again. See who the guilty party is this time for the Longhorns. That will go against Riker Barron, picking up his 4th. Check that, Riker Barron will foul out of the contest with 3:15 remaining. So Riker Barron out of the contest. Now a discussion at the scores table, because I had Riker Barron down for 4. Scores table has him down for 5, and Riker Barron will have to exit. Cayman Lucy into the contest, takes his place. Michael Placencio to the line, his righty freebie falls through. Michael's second freebie off the front of the iron won't go. Batted around, rebounded by Miller. Braxton Miller into the front court. Taking it himself. Kyler Lucy free throw line. Kicks out to Cayman Lucy. Won't go. Correjo in the corner. Back to Cayman Lucy. To the top, Braxton Miller. Right side. Now in the corner, Correjo. Correjo to the top, Miller. Lucy at the free throw line. Almost lost it. Kicks to Correjo in the corner. Overshoots everything and throws it away. Coach Trevor Anderson thought that Lucy had his arm contacted with, no call, and the Tigers are back on offense. Placencio drives right, now down the right side of the lane, falling backwards, ball blocked away, picked up by Cayman Lucy, 53-39. Lucy, right side, Correjo, Correjo back to Lucy, Cayman Lucy back to Correjo, Correjo, lefty, back to Cayman Lucy. And now a body block going to be called on Michael Placencio, his 4th of the contest. That's Mitchell's 5th. Kimball at the line for bonus. So Cayman Lucy will come to the line for his first appearance. 2 points in the contest. First chance at the charity stripe for the sophomore. Lucy squats, fires his first through. Little hitch in that get up. McCarty to the sideline, banks back in for the Tigers. Cayman Lucy toes the stripe once again. Squats and fires with the right hand with that hitch in that get up. And it won't go, rebounded by Wayman Banks. Left side, Placencio. Placencio to the left wing. Placencio kicks out to Thomas. Thomas goes between the legs, picks up his dribble. Haynes straight away. Haynes now down to the corner, Placencio. Back to Haynes, cutting towards the hoop. Haynes back to Coley. Coley can't convert. Batted away, scooped up. Lincoln Barron has it. Braxton Miller, left side, throws it into the scores table. So Mitchell gets it back on the Kimball turnover. 54-39 the score. Right side, Thomas into the corner, Haynes. Back to Placencio. Placencio on the right wing, back to Banks. Banks thought about a three and said he'll take a dribble and feed Thomas. Thomas in the corner to Haynes. Haynes surveys, ball extended. Trying to find Thomas down low, can't get it to go. Poked away by Kimball. Banks surveys. Gets it into Hain. Hain's quick release jumper won't go. Rebounded, still loose by Cayman Lucy. Lucy left wing surveys. Almost lost it. Now feeds Kyler Lucy. Lucy drives baseline, runs into two defenders. Nothing to it, lays it over the side of the iron. Kyler Lucy, first points of the fourth, gives him 20. Placencio directs traffic, feeds Banks, driving baseline. Banks goes up. He'll be fouled, and he's coming to the line for the and one. Well, Kyler Lucy will pick up his first, fourth for the Kimball Longhorns in this quarter, and Wayman Banks to the line. Up to 6 in this fourth quarter is Wayman. Banks can't convert, ball batted around. Placencio scoops up the rebound, looking for an outlet, can't find one. And now timeout by Mitchell head coach Marty Gillen. We take one with him. We're back after this with the Longhorns leading at 56-41 on KNEB-TV.
Western Trails Conference Basketball Tournament on KNEB.TV is brought to you by Legacy Co-op, Western Nebraska Regional Airport, Midwest Auto Used Parts, and by Team Auto Center.
Trey Harmon back with you for the near conclusion of this fourth quarter after the timeout by Mitchell head coach Marty Gillen. 56-41 the score. Longhorns leading by 15 over the Mitchell Tigers. Aiden Hain will trigger it in for the Tigers underneath his own hoop. They'll stack it in front of him with one to his left. Hain into the corner. Placencio has it, trying to get away from Barron. He'll float it. Shot won't go. Lucy pulls down the defensive rebound for the Longhorns inside of a minute to go. Lincoln Barron back to Lucy. Now Braxton Miller back to Cayman Lucy. Right side, Lincoln Barron. Lincoln to Braxton Miller. Near side, Cayman Lucy. Lucy gets away. Free throw line kick out to Lincoln Barron. Now a three on the way for Braxton Miller. Rolls over the iron, and a foul going to be called on Kyler Lucy. Trying to knock the ball out of Clayton Thomas's hands, and we're in the bonus. That'll send us to the line. So Lucy picks up his second of the contest, and Clayton Thomas to the line for the Mitchell Tigers, his first appearance at the charity stripe this evening. First one on the way from Thomas, can't convert. Thomas's second, rattles off the iron, poked around, rebounded by Lincoln Barron. Ball going to be poked away, and there's going to be a foul called. Michael Placencio has 5, and Michael is leaving with 28 seconds remaining. Lincoln Barron to the opposite end for his free throws. And Landon Beck will take his place. Lincoln Barron can't convert the first. Lincoln Barron back to the line, can't convert the second. And up the floor comes Aiden Hain, 25 seconds remaining. Hain, shot at the hoop, goes up, and he'll get it to convert on the reverse layup. The senior scores his first points in the fourth quarter. 12 seconds remaining. Lucy in the backcourt to Miller. Miller, 2 defenders in his face, pushes up the floor, and Correjo has it. Correjo in his hands, and the time will expire 56-43, the final in this one, as the Kimball Longhorns advance to the Western Trails Conference Championship game tomorrow evening. They'll take on the winner of the upcoming Bridgeport and Morrill game. We're back after this on KNEB TV.
Coverage of the 2025 Western Trails Conference Basketball Tournament on KNEB.TV is brought to you by Reds, Lessard Insurance, Dustin White Irrigation, and by B&C Steel.
Health can be found at Western Sleep Medicine in Gering. Since 2006, Western Sleep Medicine has offered the lowest cost sleep testing either in their independent sleep laboratory or the privacy of your own home. You have control over your health care and your out-of-pocket cost. All insurance is accepted for a much lower cost than the regional option. If you need a sleep study, ask for Western Sleep Medicine. They've helped thousands of people over the years and want to help you. Western Sleep Medicine. Better sleep, better health.
Trey Harmon back with you to wrap things up in our first boys Western Trails Conference semifinal. Number 1 Kimball Longhorns advanced to the Western Trails Conference Tournament Championship game. They were led with 20 points from Kyler Lucci, the senior, 13 points from Riker Barron, the junior, 9 points for Braxton Miller, 2 for Greg Bingham, 3 each for Cayman Lucci and Danny Correjo, and 2 for Lincoln Barron to round out scoring for the victorious Kimball Longhorns. The Mitchell Tigers were led with 14 points from Michael Placencio, 9 from Wayman Banks, 7 from Clayton Thomas, 4 from Landon Beck, and 2 for Aiden Hain. The Mitchell Tigers will play for 3rd place tomorrow afternoon. That'll wrap up our coverage of this boys' first semifinal of the evening. We'll take a break. When we come back, boys' second semifinal of the night coming your way next here on KNEB TV.